the course of this launch. Now, I'd like to hand over the mic to Friyan Bathena. She is part of the She Creates Change family, encourage change and women empowerment. Friyan has been awarded the SARC Appreciation for her writing and the Bharat Ratna Rajiv Gandhi Sadbhavna Award. It well, her own content and strategy agency through which she works with multiple NGOs and always pitches in with her writing and network for her Change.org family.
Please. Okay, once again, a very hearty good afternoon to everybody. Today, as you've all spoke, but it reflects 11 change makers, 11 really powerful stories, 2 visionary authors to the world. All this going down in India's largest bookstore chain, Crossword. So let's all clap for those who are here and of love, mutual respect, and girl power. Nida could not be here, so this is the video with her message.
Hello everybody, my name is Nida Hassan and I'm the country director of Book. When we started the She Creates Change program back in 2016, the dream was to get a community of very strong, powerful women leaders to form a community that brings about the change that women want to see in the society. Then women have the power to bring about the change they want to see. It has been a long journey, and the stories which have been captured here are stories of struggle, stories of resilience, stories of their amazing online campaigns on Change.org. Congratulations Almaz, congratulations Shweta for capturing these stories so brilliantly. I wish I could She Creates Change community forever.
Next up, we have Ranveer Bra, iconic chef with a massive fan base. Our guest of honor, powerful lead actress with a beautiful mind, Nandita Das. An inspiring screenplaywright and author, Kanika Dillon. Our special guests are the fierce RJ Archana Pania from 91.1 Radio City, RJ Rohini Ramanathan from Radio Nasha 91.9, our authors Almas Virani and Shweta Samota. Would you join them on stage, please? Tarani from Change.org, would you also please join them on stage? Without further ado, it is my absolute pleasure to say the moment of the launch is here. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you Change Makers, 11 change stories from inspiring Indian women, normal Indian citizens who have used the power of collective citizenship combined with agency of technology and brought change through their petitions on Change.org. Let's unveil the book and explore its treasures. Inspiration is everything. I am thrilled to welcome on stage 2 little ones who inspired their mothers to advocate and fight for change. Please, everyone, put your hands together. Give the little ones a round of applause. Can we please have the two authors and the guests of honor on stage for a quick question round? Ladies and gentlemen, put our hands together for a very special guest who has joined us today, Chef Ranveer Brar. Chef Ranveer Brar has the skills of a ninja and the
कि आप आए हैं हमारी किताब को अनवेल करने के लिए और आप मेरे लिए बहुत बड़े इंस्पिरेशन रहे हैं बिकॉज यू एक्चुअली क्रिएटेड अ चेंज थ्रू द पावर ऑफ स्टोरीज and stories can actually inspire people to do so much. So my question to you, Javed Saab, is, in your opinion, what is the power of storytelling to influence change making in the world? How do stories inspire change?
You know, there is a choice. First of all, congratulations to you and to your friend, Shweta. And thank you very much for inviting me here. I think it's a very, very important occasion. Now, there are two ways of communication. One is a story, another a sermon. The difference between them is interesting and boring. So, stories entertain you while they send the message, while they give the message.
Right.
That cannot be said about any sermon. Anybody who is beating the pulpit is not entertaining you, that's for sure.
Right.
So this is the difference, and yes, in a very subtle manner, stories suggest certain morality, certain code of conduct, certain do's and don'ts, without being holier than thou. So that's why they are more effective.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much for that interesting insight. Thank you, Javed Saab. So moving on, Shweta, you have a question for one of the guest of honors here?
Yeah. So this question is for Kanika ma'am. Make Chutki Stronger was a powerful petition to bring women to the forefront. The petition was created by one of the change makers, Almas, featured in the book Change Makers, and was a roaring success. I'm sure you must have seen Chutki cartoon, right? I mean, Chota Bheem and Chutki. So Chutki is a cartoon character, but is symbolic of women everywhere. In your opinion, what are some of the challenges or struggles that women have to face when they decide to stand up and make a difference or change in the world? Your view of struggles that women face.
Well, I just feel that we are absolutely and completely outnumbered in terms of being having any representation in pop culture of being a hero or even having a story that is complete for us. We are basically, relegated to the periphery as an appendage to the man. And unfortunately, even in this day and age, the fact that I sometimes write my heroines as a human being is considered a superhuman effort in the popular culture, that you're really writing great women, but all I'm doing is I'm just writing women as human beings. So the point being that, yes, we have to come a long way in terms of the correct sort of representation for women. Also in pop culture, it's very important to project women as role models. It's very important to project let these inspiring stories of women reach other women, because they'll be able to at least see what can be achieved. Because the kind of society that we live in, very patriarchal and very unequal, the fact that we need to give them hope that we can imagine a better world, and then it is within us to even create that, is very, very important. So I want to congratulate the both of you for doing something very, very beautiful and very important, which is writing these stories of these change makers and these role models and making them reach other women and, far and wide, so they can also dream and imagine a better world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kanika.
Okay, so moving on, I have someone very, very special, someone who is unapologetically her, and she actually stands up for a lot of campaigns herself, right? And we were chatting up when we said hello to each other, and what an inspiration you are, Nandita. What a pleasure to have Nandita Das with us here. And one of the petitions that is actually featured in the book is, I'm sure all of you know this brand Fair and Lovely. So there is a campaigner in the book, Chandana Hiran, who started a campaign saying, let's drop the fair from Fair and Lovely and let's make it all shades are lovely. So they actually dropped it and they now call it Glow and Lovely. So that is the change that has come about through that petition. Chandana is not here with us today. But, Nandita, talking about the work that you are doing, so you are actually a big part of Dark is Beautiful campaign. So my question is, where do you think we stand in the fight against colorism and prejudice? Trust me, I've been through both. So, and how best should people support these campaigns?
I think any kind of prejudice, it's so deep-rooted. And there's so much of conditioning, stereotyping. The imagery is all around us. Up TV mein dekhiye, filmon mein dekhiye, magazines dekhiye, hoardings. Everywhere you go up to the cosmetic section and all the models, they don't represent the diversity of skin colors that we are seeing here. So you never find yourself in those images. And what it does is that slowly it starts telling you that you're not good enough. It really attacks on your sense of self, which is the sad part. So it is going to take time. No one campaign or, one idea. I did a small film on it and then, these petitions. But all of it simultaneously when it happens and over a period of time, we are now seeing it, at least some ripples about it, right? I mean, this issue has been there for decades, centuries. It's only in the last few years, maybe last decade, that we're at least seeing this conversation happening. So many women come up to me and talk about it and feel slightly validated when they hear about the campaign Dark is Beautiful, although the name is more a response to Fair and Lovely, because we don't have to say dark is also beautiful. And I think just the burden on women to look beautiful, to be an object of desire is sort of tiring enough. And as Kanika, you said, when you make characters just human, and that's what we all aspire. As women, we aspire just to be seen as people, as human beings. So I think it's still a long way, but I'm an optimist, and every step in the right direction is, is laudable, is definitely worth supporting. All of us from the sidelines have to at least support it and call it out whenever we see somebody being subjugated, somebody being, harassed about it. Matrimonial ads dekhi itne saalon baad bhi wahi hai. Fair and lovely and homely and convent educated, wahi chala aa raha hai. So it's going to take time, but I think the onus is on each one of us to make that change.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So my next question is to Rohini. She supported me in my petition, Swachh Marathon. She's also an RJ. So my question to you, Rohini, is: often you are privy to the woes of the city as people call in during the morning show. Some of the petitions that feature in Changemakers are petitions to clean up our city, like the Swachh Marathon, like Clean the Mess. Would your listeners benefit if they understood how to harness the power of change.org?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me and for giving me this opportunity to represent my medium. That's the most important thing, because honestly, ये मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है कि मैं आज यहाँ पर आपके साथ बैठूँ, लेकिन आपने लायक समझा उसके लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. Just this morning we were talking about Javed Saab's creation of the characters in Diwar, जब हमने पिछले साल बात की थी. And एक तरफ तो we are celebrating the greatest writings and the works from the movies, but the people who consume it, of course, are living, breathing, human beings like you and me, and which is why radio will always be at the forefront of making change. If you have an idea, you want to shake up the city, there is no bigger medium than radio. आपको पता है, आज ही किसी रेडियो जॉकी ने, I was listening on the way here and he said कि अगर BMC बस मुंबई के खड्डे भर देगी तो वो एक नेशनल पार्टी बन सकती है. You know what I'm saying? But these are statements that you can make on the fly, and only one medium lets you do that, and that's radio, right? And कभी कभार ऐसे भी होता है कि जो हम शायद प्रिंट पे या फिर फिल्मों में नहीं दिखा सकते, लिख सकते, आजकल तो बहुत ज़्यादा वो रेडियो जॉकीज, टच वुड, वो हंसते हंसते बोल के निकल जाते हैं. But you know, the power of the word is what I'm trying to, you know, talk about here. Everybody here is united by that. The writers, the creators, the authors, radio jockeys as well. So that to me is something that I really want to talk about today. And also when you reached out to me saying that this is the story जहाँ पर सीलिंग, यार ये मुंबई, आज आपको पता है एक ट्रेलर रिलीज हुई है जहाँ पर कार्तिक आर्यन देख रहा है कि सीलिंग पर अटैक हो रहा है, सम मूवी, एंड यू नो द सीलिंग मीन्स अ लॉट टू अस. ये हमारे शहर, हमारे आंखों के सामने, आपको याद है 30 साल से बन रहा था सीलिंग. You know, like I grew up saying that ये बेटा जब तुम बड़े होंगे हम बैंड्रा से वर्ली पहुंच पाएंगे 7 मिनट में, 14 मिनट में. So the ceiling is a part of our lives. We grew up with it. And when the story hit me, and then she said, you know, people are peeing, and then it's making women uncomfortable. I think there are two factors here. One is the medium itself that reaches a lot of people instantly. The other one is that there is a woman at the other end who understands this, right? Because maybe, and I'm just giving ourselves a little more credit, a story like this, I understand what it means. Because if there's a man peeing there, I know why it makes me uncomfortable. You know, it could have made runners uncomfortable, वो शायद दौड़ नहीं लगा पाती. And ये तो equality of opportunity की हम बात करते हैं. The idea that this is not equal opportunity because of an action by a certain, you know, bunch of people who are running the marathon, I think there are so many points here that just leapt out. I said I had to feature this, and हमारी बातें सुनकर मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ कि अगर एक इंसान भी कल जाकर इस बात को change करे या कुछ करे, I think that's what the medium does. So thank you so much once again for bringing that story to me and for giving me the opportunity to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Rohini. So radio is just one medium. Podcast is one medium. Books are one medium. Words are one medium for change. We all have that power of change, and that's what our mission is, to sow the seeds of change through books.
I would like to say something.
Sure, sir.
I'm hearing some wonderful things, but I think there is no room for any pessimism at all. At all. The future is yours, and nobody can stop that. And I'm not saying it because this is the poetic justice, but it is totally logical. There was an Egyptian civilization, there was a Roman civilization, there was a Greek civilization. And with time, you know, they developed their own contradiction. These civilizations did not vanish because of some external influence. Somebody attacked and finished them. No, it did not happen. They developed some contradiction within themselves, within their structure, and that structure commits suicide ultimately. Yeah. So, same way, there was and there is a civilization which is almost 7,000 years old, and that civilization is man, civilization of the man. And now it's withering away. And why? There are definite reasons for it. There are two realities which are ostensibly totally disconnected. One, that because of many reasons that perhaps you people understand better than me, women had a very small space in the society, in the world. And when you have little to see, you develop an eye to see a lot in little. Your eye develops for details, minor details. This is one reality, and that's why you always had continuity girls, not continuity boys, because the continuity girl had a better eye. On the other side, whatever you start, whether a building, an article, a cuisine, anything, a garment, you start with broad strokes, broad action. And as you are completing the thing, finishing the thing, you start getting into minor details, nuances, subtleties. Technology, perhaps you needed man to cross these oceans with oars. Perhaps you needed man to cross the continents on horses. But that's over. That's gone. Technology has totally negated brawn. And now you can fight a war with feather-touched buttons. As technology and society are growing, they are moving towards subtlety, nuances, and details. And unconsciously, this world was unintentionally, the world was preparing women since last 7,000 years for this job. So now two which were almost disconnected, disjointed, they are meeting. This eye for detail and that technology. It is inevitable. If I go to an office and I see a girl who is working there and crossing the hall with some papers in her hand, there is a bounce in her walk. And from the other side, a boy comes. He looks tired. Because it's no thrill for him to work. He was told right from the beginning, you have to do this. She had rebelled. I will do it. That's the difference. And that energy can be seen. So this is inevitable. It shall happen. Obviously, there are certain roadblocks which are breaking, of course, and one of them is religion. If I remember correctly, Almas, you had mentioned Khuda. Don't forget Khuda is a man and he is against you and your sisters. All the books that he has sent are anti-women. So you are totally on your own and my best wishes are with you.
Sorry, I just like to add something to what Sir just said. सर आपने बहुत खूबसूरती से बताया कि कैसे द फ्यूचर बिलोंग्स टू द वुमेन. तो ये हो रहा है पंजाब में. एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल
मेरे घर में तो हो चुका है.
सर पंजाब में एक टेस्ट है आइल्स का जिसमें इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज टेस्टिंग टेस्ट होता है जिसमें कि आपको अगर अब्रॉड जाना हो तो आपको क्लियर करना होता है. तो सिर्फ औरतें क्लियर कर पा रही हैं और जो मर्द हैं वो ढूंढ रहे हैं औरतें जो क्लियर कर पाएं.
नहीं, it's not only in Punjab. In England, the Ministry of Education has made a committee to do some kind of research, and not this year, a few years ago, that all the competitive courses like in architecture or in, say, chartered accountancy, medicine, so on and so forth, out of 50 that are selected, 40, 38, 36, 41 are women. It means after 10 years, 15 years, an average chartered accountant, an average doctor, an average surgeon, an average lawyer will be a woman. Now they were doing serious research on it, that how it will change the social structure and the family structure. So it is happening everywhere, everywhere. I mean, you see, it is very telling that on school level, on certain, say up to graduation, you see how much the girls excel in their results, boys and girls. And then where do they vanish? Gee, because if the girl is graduate, she has a better price in market, marriage market. But it is breaking. This glass ceiling is breaking. It won't hold. Not possible.
मैं भी कुछ कह ही दूँ. No, often we think that, you know, when we talk about women's issues, that it's only women who have to speak about it, women have to gather together. But we can't do it without strong allies and strong men who feel comfortable enough to be allies. And Javed Saab definitely is one of them. And we need more. So when men are peeing on C-Link, if all of the men here are shrinking, it's not an attack on you. I'm assuming none of you did that. So, you know, I just feel that this them and us, jo humne even gender-wise jo bana diya hai, because it has been so skewed for so long. But this is also an opportunity for men to rise to this occasion and see it as a issue of the society and not just leave it to us women to sort of carry the flag, be the victim, help each other. We are doing what we can, but we also need full support of all the men.
Thank you very much. You see, but I must accept that it is not the goodness of my heart that has brought me on this side. I just want to be on the winning side. And Before I leave, nobody has asked me, but I insist that I'll recite a poem.
Please. We insist too.
This is a poem that I have dedicated to my daughter, but obviously it is for all the daughters. And when she grew up, I realized she didn't need this poem. She's doing fine on her own. The title of the poem is Doraha. ये जीवन एक राह नहीं, एक दोराहा है। पहला रास्ता बहुत सहल है, इसमें कोई मोड़ नहीं है। ये रास्ता इस दुनिया से बेजोड़ नहीं है। इस रास्ते पर मिलते हैं रीतों के आंगन, इस रास्ते पर मिलते हैं रिश्तों के बंधन। इस रास्ते पर चलने वाले कहने को सब सुख पाते हैं, लेकिन टुकड़े टुकड़े होकर सब रिश्तों में बट जाते हैं। अपने पल्ले कुछ नहीं बचता, बचती है बेनाम सी उलझन, बचता है सांसों का ईंधन, जिसमें उनकी अपनी हर पहचान और उनके सारे सपने जल बुझते हैं। इस रास्ते पर चलने वाले खुद को खोकर जग पाते हैं। ऊपर ऊपर तो जीते हैं, अंदर अंदर मर जाते हैं। दूसरा रास्ता बहुत कठिन है। इस रास्ते में कोई किसी के साथ नहीं है, कोई सहारा देने वाला हाथ नहीं है। इस रास्ते में धूप है, कोई छांव नहीं है। जहां तसल्ली भीख में दे दे कोई किसी को, इस रास्ते में ऐसा कोई गांव नहीं है। ये उन लोगों का रास्ता है जो खुद अपने तक जाते हैं, अपने आप को जो पाते हैं। तुम इस रास्ते पर ही चलना। मुझे पता है ये रास्ता आसान नहीं है, लेकिन मुझको ये गम भी है, तुमको अब तक क्यों अपनी पहचान नहीं है।
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you to all of you. We are now opening the floor up to the media if they have any questions for our guests of honor and special guests.